I'm excited because we got Frankee all day to the show.
All love all day, y'all.
Yes, and I'm so happy to have him on the show because he is here to talk about his 10th anniversary on being in New York City on his first ever biggest concert that's going to be happening at BAD. So stay put. Don't go anywhere because this is Vega411. What's going on? All day. So good to see you. We got Frankee in the building.
All love all day, y'all.
All love all day. And you know what I want to say, Frankee? It's been a long time since I had to get you on the show.
It has been.
Seven is your lucky number?
7 is my lucky number. And I, since you started Vega411, I have been really burning to get here.
Yes.
And I know that you've had change of studios, so I'm loving, you know, the setup now.
We had to like break down the walls and stuff.
No, this is beautiful. Like I'm a very like an intimate person, so this intimate environment is great for my energy.
Yeah.
And 7 is my lucky number, and also
is 7 one of your birthday numbers?
You know what? It's not. I mean 7 is kind of like, if you get more into another story, like numerology and whatnot.
Yeah.
7 is like always kind of following me, and a combination of numbers like 741 is a number I always see, which is the first 3 of my social security number, 174. And 7.
We got that personal.
7 is July, and even though I'm not born in July, I was supposed to be born July 4th, which would be 7/4. And I'm a Cancer, so that's July, and I'm number 1. So 7 has been in your blood. 7 has been around you for years and years. So now you're here on the 7th season, episode 9. But I know you was born and raised in Philadelphia, right? Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. I gotta shout out to the Philly people because they're gonna see this. So yeah, I'm New York.
Before we get into that, I forgot to even say something. I brought us something before we even get loose. We gotta get a little loose. I know you already started with his famous wine. Which, can you tell everybody, where did this beautiful cup
this is my lucky wine glass. It's also similar to, like, people say, the lucky draws. So I use it a lot. So if you get closer, you're not probably that close. Ooh. And this isn't HD, so you can't see like some of the trinkets are kind of falling.
We gotta crop it.
But I do want to give a shout out to my dear friend and stylist, clothing and the man who's making the souvenirs for the concert, Mr. Albert Coques Pena of Blue Moon Pena. And he made this, and he's incredibly crafty, and I totally love this.
In a good way, crafty.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, crafty, like, you know.
Because every time I hear crafty, be like, oh, that person's crafty. Watch out.
Oh, one of the puppies is behind me giving me doggy. I know what's going on here.
It's, you know, today is a very special episode because we got all the beautiful puppies.
I love them.
You can put them down. I think that's too much for I should have put a little bit, right? That's a little bit too much, right?
No, actually, just dump it on top of this one.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Positively?
I'm a veteran, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a veteran.
All right, so here we go. Oh, first, let's do this toast.
Sure.
I want to say to many blessings.
Thank you.
To tons of success that you have on the way. I mean, I have to applaud you for doing this concert. Not only that it's by yourself, but you're also managing your own self. You're producing it. You're starring in it. It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen, when you're an independent artist trying to do all different types of hats when you're trying to do a production like a concert. So your concert is going to be phenomenal. I went to your last concert. It was great. But this one is going to be bigger.
Oh, correct. You were there. Yes,
and better.
Yes, yes.
So I cannot wait to see it, when it happens in May. So this is a toast to you.
Thank you. So very sweet. Thank you so much. I love all day.
You grew up as an overweight kid? You was a chubster?
Yeah, I really was. I really was.
You was overweight?
Yeah,
this gorgeous, handsome man was overweight?
I really was.
Okay, well, how did that happen? Like, I mean, too much cookies, too much cakes?
No, you know what the thing was?
How was it growing up as an overweight in a single parent home? Like, was it hard to make friends?
It was definitely hard for me because I knew at a very young age, like I've always been very aware of myself. So no, I knew very early on that I was gay. Like I was saying, like at 7 even.
Since you came out the womb.
I love boys. Yeah, I love men. I'm also from a mixed background. So with that, you know, it was kind of hard to find myself in my peers. I grew up in the PJs, with New York calls them, but the projects of Philadelphia.
Yeah, the projects.
So around a lot of African American people who, by the way, are the most accepting of me.
Yeah.
Like they were like the most accepting. I had more challenges with, like, you know, Caucasians and Latinos. But it was difficult, because I was trying to find my way, and then being the eldest of three brothers, I had to be like, kind of the man of the house, so to speak, to help my mother with a lot of things. So in that sense, like I couldn't, really partake in a lot of things that kids do, like the park and this whatever. Cause I was babysitting my younger brother, who was only 2 at the time, changing diapers and making bottles and etc. So that was challenging. And be that it is, I was in the house a lot, so my friend was food. You asked that question, and it was comfort too. And I was eat, 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 and so I ballooned from the age of 7 to 14. I was at my biggest. I
Wow.
was 235 pounds
At what age?
at like 13.
Oh, and that's not normal.
No, and I was wearing 42 waist jeans.
Wow.
I know, it was really ridiculous. And so, that was, challenging too. I will say though, people never tease me for being fat. So that's
But you wasn't obese. You were just a little bit chunky.
I was pretty big.
Really?
I wasn't sloppy. I was kind of like that solid obese. Like I wasn't like
Roseanne.
Oh yeah, I wasn't spilling over like muffin all over the floor.
No.
But I was large for a child.
Yeah.
I would say.
Well, you say that since you said that comfort of food helped you to like be comfortable in your space and your own while you was growing up in Philadelphia. When was it that music had finally hit you where you was like, oh, I found another comfort?
You know what, music?
And you said the food has to be stopped. Like, I'm not going to eat no more. Did you
Well,
go on an eating binge because of music?
The music, I'll tell you, didn't stop the overeating. The music stopped the undereating. Because at a point, I became so large, and I went to Weight Watchers for Kids, and I lost all this weight, like, really quickly. So I didn't make friends because the other kids were kind of jealous that I lost weight quickly because my aunt was helping me. And then I was on the other side of the coin where I stopped eating everything because I was like 2 weeks before high school, 10th grade.
Yeah.
I had a pair of jeans, and back in the day, skinny jeans were not the thing. But I always had thick legs, so all my jeans.
Thunder thighs.
My jeans were always skinny, so
But you had thick thighs.
I was before my time, So I was like, I'm gonna fit into these jeans, and so I just stopped eating everything. I ate nothing, and I starved myself for 2 weeks. I fit into those jeans, and I continued for like another year and a half.
How do
eating.
people just starve themselves? Because I hear people say that when they're overweight, they say, I'm just going to starve myself, and then they lose weight. But I heard that's bad, because then the carbs, like all the other stuff that's happening in our body, starts to find ways of getting carbs, and then you could, God forbid, get sick.
No, let me tell you,
it can either work or not work.
I went from 180 pounds down to 125 pounds.
Going through all that stuff while you was growing up in Philadelphia, while you was doing soul searching, what was it that breakthrough moment you was like, okay, I'm leaving Philly and I'm going to New York City?
Oh my gosh, that was years later. So a few things happened that were probably like, the straw on the camel's back. Mm-hmm. And I will name them Rolando, Radames, Andrew.
All these guys?
They happened to me. And that's kind of like what took me down, like my spiraling down. And I came to a point where, like, I was still doing music and community theater, and climbing the ladder and paying my dues. But it's just like Philadelphia, as much as I love my Philadelphia, my soft pretzels and my South Philly and the cheesesteaks and stuff. Oh my God, yes, yeah, cheese and mustard, whatever. It's just like, I always said to myself, like, to people, I would jokingly out there say, my other half of me is somewhere living my life. And so this one day I was at my job, and I was working for Einstein Hospital. Didn't like my job. At this point, I went through a number of changes in my life, so I was now like living on my cousin's couch.
Oh, wow.
And
you didn't live with your mom at the time?
I lived with mommy too. I was living with a couple people. I had a really it was like.
You live with a couple of people?
It's not who I was,
No.
like I was working 2 jobs.
Yeah,
I have a college degree. Why am I living on a couch? And I was doing a gospel version of Cinderella at the time.
Uh-huh.
And so I was in work one day, and actually it's kind of cute to bring this up now because it's kind of, since it's sort of obsolete. But I went on Craigslist at work.
Now you have to pay for $5 to get a present.
And I just thought one day, so you know what, need to get out, get away. And I had a car accident also.
Oh my God.
So I had no car. And it just felt like everything was, like life was throwing every stone at me, like wake up, wake up. So sitting at work one day on a Friday, I went on Craigslist. I hate auditions. So I said, what can I do to better my chances at getting a part in something in New York?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I didn't want to be in like a line of a million people. So I typed Latino into the search engine. 4 auditions came up.
Pornhub, Adam for Adam.
Like 3 of that. And then, amazingly enough, this one posting was for this play, and it was a Christmas Carol.
Oh.
And I love Christmas. Like, I love Christmas is huge in my family. Then it was a Latino Christmas Carol. I'm like, oh my God, I'm Latino on Christmas.
So there was 2 different Christmas carols? What was it? One production?
No, it was one.
Oh.
This is the same posting.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making a point that I saw Christmas, like, okay, that's 1 strike. Latino, that's 2 strikes. Then it was a Latino gay Christmas Carol. Like, I'm in. It was like you're calling. It was calling, and it was an all-male cast. I was like, yes. So, so I, sent them my information. They said come out the next day. I jumped on the bus. I borrowed money from my mother. Went to the Grand Concourse, 149 Grand Concourse. I had never been to New York City. I was afraid of New York City.
You took that major jump just to say, bye, Philly, deuces, I'm all one of New York City.
I just came out there.
I get lost.
I didn't know anything. I auditioned at Bregones Theater. I was on the concourse. And I auditioned for Charles Gonzalez and Jorge Merced. And
shout out to Charles.
We love you, Charles.
We love you, Charles.
And this other kid was there auditioning, but he was kind of like really like timid, like in the audition. And I'm kind of timid too, but he like didn't want to do like the
You've been in New York City for 10 years. Not only that, but you've also been around the LGBT community and meeting so many great, interesting people, from drag queens to people like us, people of color. My question to you is, how was it that the LGBT community gave you the platform to showcase your talent in music? How did that open doors for you by dealing with people like ourselves?
In a nutshell, it was, like I said earlier, I got the role in the play for the Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance, where the concert is actually taking place. And really, that was the doorway. It was almost just like, Alice in Wonderland coming to that door, and then she was in Neverland. And all these colorful, people and experiences just sprouted. So that was really bad. That was definitely the doorway where I became familiar with drag queens, the transgender community, and just different artists that were openly LGBT. And that really became the platform for me. And the start, I like to make, analogies, like colorful ones, like the Yellow Brick Road to Oz.
Right.
For me.
It was very like a great, interesting way of just expressing yourself and using like this platform, like, oh my God, these people are just like me, that I can just be comfortable in my own skin without feeling judged.
Absolutely.
Ostracized. How was it working with Apollonia Cruz, and how did she change your life? Because I know she changed my life.
You know what? She is just such an open book. And she's like, here I am, darling,
Yeah.
And you can get so much information from her, not only as a performer, but just as a person. And just a person with experience who, she knows so many people.
Yeah.
And
everybody loves her.
They do. And it's so hard working in this business because you come up against so many personalities.
Oh, God.
So she's very smart in how she can interact with people. And very clever and witty, just, in terms of just like, making things happen. So for me, I've learned so much because she's introduced me to so many people in the community, and all the events that she does, she always calls on me. So I did for her the Allies Awards for the Bronx Borough President.
Yes.
She called me the day before, and there I was inside the Bronx Museum
Was that in 2014, right?
Yeah.
I was there. I was
performing for the Bronx
Ruben Diaz Jr.
And then she's got me to Jacob Javits Center.
Yeah.
There's countless. We keep talking. There's countless events, that she always will call on me, and I know that she calls me because she believes in me, and like. You want to keep people like that around you.
Positive people in our lives.
Yeah.
Because if not, we don't want negativity in our lives.
Absolutely. And I will gather, like myself, she's a very positive image for the community.
Yeah.
Very positive image, yeah.
And with music, because, we hear music all the time, especially going into these clubs and watching drag queens perform. You also are big into music because you're a recording artist, you're a vocalist, let's get that first, vocalist, yeah. Because some like, singer. What kind of singer? A vocalist, in the studio, no, vocalist. And I've seen you perform countless of times, and I love your voice is very powerful. Who are your musical inspirations when you're doing music?
So I have to laugh about this, just because of our history. But I love Mimi, Mariah Carey. I do love Mariah. Not only for the music, but I love Mariah Carey.
Did she inspire you to press your pen?
Very much so. I mean, she wasn't the beginning. There was a girl I knew in high school who one day, real quickly, she's like, "Oh, do you ever ghostwrite?" And I was like, "Ghostwrite? Yeah, just pick up a pen and start writing." And she was like an exchange student. And then one night, I was like,
"That's not ghostwrite. That's writing for somebody else."
Well, like I don't know, it was just like writing without.
She told you that?
Writing without thinking about it, something like writing from a spiritual or something. So. I just started writing, and I wrote my first poem in like 5 minutes, just from just writing it. So that's really like press the pen. Mariah Carey, on the other hand, like her influence has just been, her incredible gift.
Yeah.
I was so enamored with, and I'm a person who likes to be authentic, and I found her authentic in her gift.
Yeah.
Forget her, whatever's happening behind the scenes, but
that's not even important.
But the voice, the authenticity of the voice. Is what really, made her like, a mentor and in my head, mentor, an inspiration. But I love like Lionel Richie, incredible songwriter, and I love songwriting. Like, I think substance is so important to music, and the Vandross, and I love Whitney Houston.
R&B has played a lot in your life, because you love R&B and soul and speaking from a place of just realism, and I think that's what's important. Because I've seen you perform and going back into you speaking about Mariah Carey, like I could tell that she has played an important part of your life, and many other R&B big vocalists that, like emulating the notes and the runs, and because I love those things like that. Like when I see you perform, I'm like, oh, I just love when he does the runs and the harmonies. It captures people. So, and that's great that you've done that. These people has inspired you, because it has inspired a lot of different people along the way with music.
Mm-hmm.
With writing, I mean, I know you have tons of songs that you've written throughout the years. Have you also written for other people, other artists?
I'm trying. I'm really trying. I put myself out there, offer it, but I find it's very hard. When you're like the newcomer in the business, people are afraid to take a gamble on you. So you gotta find the right person to say, "Oh, I'm gonna take a chance." And I mean that's across all life. When you're like new and no one knows of you. They're kind of like, okay, kid, whatever. But that is my love. Like, I would love to start writing for people and live off that coin. I don't need like the TV and all that stuff, and that's fun. Like, I would like to be the baby face. Like, throw a record here and there, but I have all these groups and write these songs. That's what I love.
And that's good, because producing for other artists, you could make so much money. That's exactly what happened to Dolly Parton with "I Will Always Love You." That was her song. She wrote that, and then it gave to Whitney, and also Justin McCartney when he had on "Bleeding Love," and that came with Leona Lewis.
Oh yes, yeah.
So, out of all the performances that you did, which is the most memorable one that to this day you be like, damn, wow, I was in that?
Oh my goodness.
The most memorable one that it could go years on from now, you're like, I was part of that, and I would never take that away.
There are a lot, but I think if I had to just choose one now, just because for time's sake, I would say last year, I brought in some singers, and it was something that I orchestrated because I feel like I'm talented and creative that way. And we did an a cappella version of Boys and Men's yesterday for an Apollonia Cruz concert. And no music, and it was stellar.
Straight a cappella?
It was stellar. And all the men were gay men, and they were very talented. And that's something I think, you know, is overshadowed in our community. So I was very proud of that moment.
This was on Apollonia's Christmas in July, right?
No, it was a thank you party at Bad. Yeah.
I think it was I there?
I'm not certain. I mean, we always see each other, so it's hard.
It's
to
like very
keep
high.
track.
It's like the awards ceremony. Where we
Yeah.
say hi, bye.
Because because I've seen you at certain events.
I would have thought your most me personally. I thought your most memorable would have been like performing for the Bronx Borough President or some of the Pride events.
Well, you know what? I'm always
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm always very happy with that. But what I loved about that is like I had 4 gay men with beautiful talent, and we were.
Can you shout them out? Who are these 4 beautiful men?
Well, one of them is singing with me in the All Level Day concert. Rick Velez.
Okay.
The other guy, I saw him for a quick moment, like, you know, God gave him and took him, but his name was Joshua. And the other young man is a beautiful singer, David Anthony.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they will be in your concert, right?
Just Rick Velez. The other 2 gentlemen, they've moved on to other things, yeah.
Well, we're going to move on to the next segment because we're going to talk about the 10th anniversary in New York City in your concert. All Day is here. Frankee All Day, because we still got some more drinks, just like Mariah Carey, spritzing.
Darling.
We will talk about Mariah too, though.
Ooh, yeah.
We are. So I need some more of this. So we'll be right back. Hey guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow Vega411 on all social platforms right below, right here. My name is Jesse Vega, and I see you guys soon. 10 years. What does 10 years mean to Frankee All Day in New York City? This big concert. Now, this is not your first concert, right? I consider it. Me personally, I consider it your first headline concert.
Absolutely.
I don't consider the first one.
No.
Me personally, no hate or no shade, but I just feel like this is big.
No, absolutely. We like big. It's big.
We do like big.
No, it's very big. 10 years is everything. 10 years is a decade. 10 years, you know, a lot can happen in 1 year, but in 10 years, I have completely transformed as a person, as an artist, as a son, as a brother, as an uncle. New York has given me things that I needed, that I was lacking personally and spiritually and artistically. New York has given me that. So these 10 years are everything, and this moment it's coming to is like the top of the mountain for me, and to do it at Bad, you know,
when it first started,
where I first was introduced to New York, and people, it's so crazy. That was 10 years ago, and people come to me every day, and they're still like starstruck on the street. Oh my God, you were, yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did, and it's such a wonderful feeling. This is like, you know, everything. This 10 years is everything, and I'm happy to like bring it home with this concert. Can
you tell everybody how can they get tickets to the concert? Where is it gonna be at?
All right, so let's wrap this up. The concert, you know, why I'm doing it is because it's what I love. Why it's important? You asked why it's important.
Yeah.
Because you know what, I'm part of the LGBT community, but I want to be a positive image and role model in the community, because you know what. You know, we have to put it out there, because we're a community that we're looked at in a very negative light in all walks of life. And we are the spectrum of people. So not just all like being ratchet, and we're not always lit, you know, and we're not just like calling like clubs, you know. We're about something. So this concert is very important because I'm an openly gay artist. I'm an openly gay Latino artist. I'm an openly gay Latino R&B artist. And I'm an openly gay Latino R&B artist from the Bronx borough now, and I want to put that on the map, and I want, you know, the community that's coming up, I want them to have an image, something else to aspire to than just, you know, the stuff that's probably not so positive or beneficial to them. Yeah.
Great. And how can they find you?
You can find me
on concert, very important.
The concert, you can find me on April, I'm sorry, excuse me. My line,
because everybody needs to know.
It's May 12th at 7:30, Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance, 2474 West Chester Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10461. You can buy tickets at the door. They're $10. You can buy them. I have Cash App. I have Venmo, if you know me. or you can buy them from me in person, or one of the performers, Alexa Dumont, who is in the show, Some More Love, who's in the show, Rick Velez, who's in the show, or E. Ivy, who's in the show. You can buy the tickets from them personally. That's how you get the tickets. And it's going to be an amazing show.
Yeah, everybody come out.
There's video, there's sexy, there's tender moments. Bring your tissues because you're going to cry. Bring your...
Food?
Food? Maybe we'll have some
hors d'oeuvres, darling, hors d'oeuvres. Liquor?
It's a liquid lunch. It's a liquid lunch.
Light watercress salad.
And we're having a special drink, the all-day shot. So come for the all-day shot.
Yes.
A shot of all day.
Are there any opening to the show? Like opening?
The opening number is not a performer. I'm showcasing Bronx divas, drag queens.
Okay. Also, that's the opening.
Yeah. There's a Mother's Day tribute, and there's also a tribute to the late great George Michael.
Wow. So 7 p.m. you said it starts, right?
7:30.
7:30 p.m.
But from the Bronx, we know we're Latino and we might be more Latino.
8:30.
So 7 o'clock, we're going on time because this is paid time.
Paid time. So yes, you already know the All Love All Day 10-year anniversary at the concert at Bronx Academy Arts and Dance will be with Frankee All Day, his first headline concert. So you already know where it's at. Get your tickets. You already know the time. A light dinner. Bring your Tic Tacs.
If you have a date, a light dinner.
A light dinner.
And don't forget, there are 2 legendary Bronx divas.
But the good thing about
this show.
The good thing that he says a light dinner because whatever they get any type of emotions on your concert, they don't even have to do shit. That's it. But you already know Frankee All Day, so we'll be right back.
Sitting thinking, so heartbreaking, I can take it. Wonder where I went wrong. Didn't I give you the best of my love? Didn't I show you? Wasn't way too much. I only wanted what you wanted, to give you everything, but it scared you off from what I know now. I wish you knew now, but you're gone now. So these words are lost. I wish that we could do it all again. But I know it would just be in vain. 'Cause it's my fault. I love too hard. I said it's my fault. I love too hard. I always do this to my heart. I'll give my love at any cost, till it comes crashing in my face. I don't have anyone to blame, 'cause it's my fault. I love too hard. I said it's my fault. I love too hard. Yes, it's my fault. I love too hard. Oh, it's my fault. I love too hard. Oh, it's my fault. 'Cause I love I love too damn hard. Oh, it's my fault. I love too hard. It's my fault.